Hello friends, welcome to IELTS Success. Once again, I'm here with another video on IELTS Speaking Part 1, and the topic I have chosen for this is history today. Alright, so I would be giving some sample answers for a few questions related to history, which could be used in both Part 1 as well as Part 3 section. Alright, so let's see some sample questions and answers related to history. Well, IELTS speaking part 1 section always start with a round of interview where examiner could ask you very simple personal questions. They'll ask your name, they'll check your passport, they'll ask where do you stay, where do you live, and then they'll ask whether you study or you work. So depending on your answer, they will further move on next topic. So they could ask about history as well. So let's see few questions and answers related to this topic. Examiner could ask you something like this. Let's talk about history. Do you like history or do you like to learn about history? Well, it depends upon you how you want to answer about this question. If you don't like history, you can say something like this. Well, frankly speaking, I'm not that passionate about history. Perhaps my school days experience could be the reason. Actually, I was afraid of memorizing dates and events and have been punished by my history teachers as well. So I think it is not my cup of tea. If you like history, then you can talk something like this. Frankly speaking, I'm really passionate about history, especially ancient history. Though the events and years in my academic books always haunted me, I started to build interest after watching a couple of historical series and movies. But if you fail to tell more about history in the above question itself, then the next question could be, did you enjoy learning history when you were a child? You can extend your answers by including additional points along with some of the above points. You can say something like this. Well, history was one of my subjects in my school. Besides, I read several academic books on it. Indeed, important historic events and prominent personalities and their courage to change the world have always fascinated me. Although learning and remembering important dates for my exam was always a nightmare for me. Examiner could ask you, have you ever been to a museum to learn history? You can say, indeed, I have visited quite a few museums until now. In fact, in my childhood, I have been to my city museum a myriad of times along with my kith and kin to see primitive heritage and artifacts and learn something valuable from it. No doubt, a museum with a variety of exhibits have always fascinated me. However, I am not really sure if I have ever been there to learn history intentionally, perhaps once during my school trip. Do you think history is important? Of course, I believe that history and historic events from the past is highly significant, as it provides us a deep insight of what had happened in the past, along with the ancient values and beliefs. It also tells us about the courage and sacrifices of freedom fighters to provide us independence. Nevertheless, future generations need to understand our culture and heritage. Moreover, it teaches us a lesson not to repeat the mistakes of the past and correct our current and future actions. When was the last time you read a book about history? To be honest enough, I have not read any history books lately. However, I have read several academic history books throughout my school. Perhaps I should take out some time to visit a library to borrow one history book. Do you like to watch programs on TV about history? Oh, that's an interesting question. Although history books don't attract me much, I must admit that the serials based on historic happenings always gravitated me. I am a die-hard fan of these documentaries as I believe visual learning is much more appealing than a textbook. Do you think you can really learn history from films and TV programs? Oh yes, certainly. Documentaries and movies based on history are an amazing way to bring back history for a common man. Indeed, watching about history in movies and TV serials is captivating and easy in comparison to reading books about them. In fact, by watching about past in films or TV leaves a long-lasting impression in our mind due to audiovisual impact, whereas Reading about them in some article usually sounds boring. So friends, this is how you're supposed to answer part 1 question answers. Alright, so all the best for your examination and stay tuned. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any further query, please contact me via email on the below email address, which is ieltsparty4@gmail.com, or you can also leave your comment below in the comment section. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel to get further update. Once again, thank you and have a good day.